How's it going, YouTube? Joe here on a Monday, checking in, seeing how your weekend was. Mine was pretty good. Here in Tennessee, we are kind of in an early winter. We woke up this morning with some snow falling out in the area. And, you know, weather forecasters have been talking about it for about a week. Now, let me disclaim this by saying I once was one of them and still do weather forecasting on a radio station, but just simple forecast stuff. Not that in-depth stuff we used to do on, you know, TV, where you stand there for 3.5 minutes and have to explain why everything's going on, which I used to love. I guess I've gotten too old and gray and bearded to be asked to come back. But as George Bailey would say, it was a wonderful life. It is a wonderful life. One of my all-time favorite movies, by the way, especially a Christmas movie. Back to the Ranch. The forecasters have been talking about the snow, and you know that one of the things about Nashville is we are continually right on the line of between snow and not. I mean, it's just amazing to see how we are. And once again, this time Nashville got kind of like a, I guess you would call it more like a dusting. Kind of covered the deck a little bit this morning. Here's a picture. See, that's what it looked like. And pretty starting out, but scant minutes away from that, it pretty much melted away, even though the temperature has fallen just a little bit below freezing. So no worries around Nashville today. And the thing is, whenever it snows around here, and people around the country, especially the people in the northern part of the country, always joke and kid about how people in the South don't know how to deal with snow and all that kind of stuff. But here's what you have to understand about the South, and that is we don't have nearly the snow removal equipment that the people in the North do. We don't. We also don't have the same kind of snow. Most of the time around here, snow will start as rain or freezing rain and then snow, just the way the climatology works around this area. Therefore, we most of the time will have a layer of ice under what could be only a ½ inch or an inch of snow. And that could tend to be a problem when you're dealing with a lot of ice. You actually get more traction on just snow when you're driving than you do when it's snow on ice. So that's some of it. I mean, there's more to it than that, but that's just some of the explanation there. Let me turn this down. So today we still had some schools to freak out, and we had some to open late or some to close around the area, but not in Nashville specifically. So that's one of our first, I guess our first go around of snow for this year, which is kind of early for us. Usually it's not till on into December, maybe even January, before we have anything like that. There's a football game in town. The Titans are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers here in Nashville on Monday Night Football. Titans not having such a great year. I love the guys, I really do, and really I apologize for, I think I've tweeted before in a couple of games where they really lost badly that they were pathetic and that kind of thing. I don't mean that the guys are pathetic, so I apologize if anybody took that the wrong way. I meant they were playing pathetic, and really they admitted that themselves. So, so if anybody took that the wrong way, I apologize for that. I wouldn't call anyone pathetic, unless they, you know, were murderers or rapists and stuff like that. They're pathetic, you know. So anyway, the game's tonight, and I have Titans season tickets. However, I'm not going to go sit out in what's going to be 20-degree weather with wind chills down in the teens. I'm going to watch it from the comfort of my lazy boy recliner in front of my nice Samsung television. Okay? My daughter and her friend are going to go to the game. And I tell her every time, whenever I've gone to games like this, and granted, if they had a record that was a competitive record this year where they were still in it, and you know, I'd go and I'd put on all my gear. I've got cold weather gear that I put on for game. I bought specifically for going to games. I'd go and I'd be there, but you know, not so much this time. Titans record 2-6, and you know, doesn't appear that they've got the ability to win every game for the rest of the year to be able to be in contention. So my daughter and her friend are going to go, and every time I tell her, you need to wrap up layer after layer after layer, because you're right out there in the exposed wind and everything. She doesn't really want to believe me, and then she winds up freezing. So hopefully I can talk her into layering up for tonight. Oh, by the way, I'm smoking one of Mike Stewart's Mandy pipes. This is sort of a cavalier design. He calls it a Ramses. The nice pipe. Smoking some Blue Ridge in it. Thank you, Mike. So, anyway, busy in the shop. Briarville Rick, busy over in his shop this morning. I'm looking in on Skype. He's already busy at it. Got some a pipe. I'll have an IA pipe, hopefully, if everything goes right, with a little bamboo on it coming up. So you need to stay tuned for that, as they say. Also fulfilling a bunch of order pipes this week. So stand by for those waiting, and thank you again for bearing with me. It's just, like I said, I'm one man trying to knock them out. It's just not, these pipes are not production line. These are individually handmade. And that's the truth. Mentioned Christmas movie a minute ago. It's a Wonderful Life is my absolute best, my favorite all around. But I do love some others. What are your favorites? I love The Christmas Story. Matter of fact, when I was a little boy, I used to look like the boy in The Christmas Story, the one that got the the BB gun. I even got somewhere up here. I've got that BB gun, the Red Ryder BB gun. That the Polish Piper actually gifted that to me a couple years back. Thank you, Nick. I love Elf. That movie owns me. I love Christmas Vacation. Oh my gosh, that's a great one. The best funny Christmas movie would have to be Christmas Vacation. And then I love a couple of old classics. I mean, before my time old kind of thing, but I still like them. They were Bing Crosby movies, Holiday Inn and White Christmas. I love those. And of all those movies I mentioned, if I don't watch every one of those through the Christmas season, I feel like I haven't experienced Christmas, you know? Maybe something I'm leaving out, but you can remind me, I'm sure. we're getting started on the holiday season. Actually, got my son and his wife coming up this weekend. Going to begin celebrating Thanksgiving. They come up the weekend before because they have, the other side of the family they go to on Thanksgiving, and I know how that all goes when you're trying to fit in all the families. That's crazy, crazy. So we told them, why don't you come up the weekend before? We'll do something. We'll go out to eat. We'll do something. Just spend time together and be thankful for our time together. Then we'll have Thanksgiving with the rest of the family on Thanksgiving Day. It's going to be fun right here at this house. Ramble Rick will be up here, and I'm sure we'll be smoking a couple of pipes down in the shop for Thanksgiving, or out on the deck if it warms up for Thanksgiving. I don't know that it will, but I'm hoping to have a fire pit. I've got in this property, there's way back kind of in the woods, I noticed a brick pile. Somebody long time ago had left a bunch of brick there, and you can't see it unless you go down there and look, and it's just piled up brick. I looked at it and I'm gonna go, I may just haul that brick up and build me a little fire pit outside the house here. That would be cool. Hopefully the weather gets a little bit better, I'll be able to have a chance to do that. Gonna get the old fireplace cleaned out. I always tell people you should do that, even if it was last year and it was working fine. Always get a chimney sweep to come inspect your fireplace and your chimney and all that kind of stuff. Make sure it's okay, because chimney fires are not fun for people at all. Could ruin this time of year for a lot of people. Hey, the beard's coming along. It's coming on out using the old Dagner beard oil, and this stuff is absolutely flourishing with that stuff. Dagner beard oil, made by Portland Beard Oil Company. It's amazing. If you watch Dagner's videos from his West Coast pipe tour, that's pretty cool. They had a great time out there. But anyway, I'm looking forward. Oh, by the way, you need to check out Mark and Amber's channels. That's AGS Mom 1 and Making Change. Check out their channels for information about the 3rd annual Texas-sized pipe presenter barn dance and barbecue. See, I got it right. Didn't even have to read anything. A long name and long on fun too. I've been there the last 2 years, and we've got it down on our calendar to be there again this year. I think my wife is going to go with me this year. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully Briarville Rick will get to go too. So we're going to have a great time at the 3rd annual Texas-sized pipe presenter barn dance and barbecue in Fort Worth, Texas, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. All the information on those channels, as I mentioned. I believe it is January 17th. January 17th. So the only thing that would probably hold us back would be any kind of weather anomaly, if there's some big ice age thing that goes on in Texas that keeps us from going. But anyway, we hope not. All right, that's it. That's enough of my Monday ramble. Hope you had a great weekend. Have a great week ahead. God bless you all. We'll catch you next time.